Hello, Rob Albanks. Thanks for watching. Happy Thursday to you too. Just wait for a moment. Morning, good morning. Good morning there, Rob. Yep. Albanks.
I speak facts, yeah, but cool. But nobody's listening today. Like,
Yes,
we
yes.
don't know what we're talking about. Obviously.
Alexandra Eala versus.
I don't think anybody's thinking about them today. No need to down the other players if you support a player. Exactly. Good advice. Cam is not a fan of Alex. Alex who? Zverev or eala or Bublik or Demonor? Which one? There's a lot of Alex. Alexandrova? Which Alex? There's a lot of
Okay,
Alexes.
I will check.
By the way, Joint is 2 points away from winning. Who is favoured here, eala or Yastremska? Yastremska is the favourite in this match. Based on her recent performance. Just warming up, and then we'll get started. And it looks like they're taking the covers out off on the courts in Bad on Berg, so that's good. Shout out from Ireland. Hey, what's up? Shout out from Ireland. Support your player and leave it at that. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to prove that your player is better than someone else. You just support your player blindly. You don't have to dismiss other players.
It's against top-tier opponents.
Join versus eala in the final. That'd be fun.
The Ukrainian has been one of the most...
Joint's got match points? Yes. eala won the toss and elected to serve, by the way. Joint wins! Yes! Yes! Let's go. Let's go.
It's Eastbourne
Joint, who's
Open.
Joint playing now? Ooh, Pavlyuchenkova
It's
or
Eastbourne
Rakimova?
Open. Not yet Wimbledon. Wimbledon will be on June 30.
Let's go. By the way, covers are off in Bannenberg. They're just getting the courts ready. Well, winner of this will take on Gracheva, who is got through today because Krejcikova was unable to play, unfortunately. Swiatek's match is underwater, but they're coming back in about 20 minutes. All right, here we go. It's going to be eala to serve against Yastremska. The wind is blowing crazy in Eastbourne. All right, Chad, who you got? I said eala would win in 3. I just think Yastremska is a little too, especially in these conditions. Like, it is so windy that I just think Yastremska is not going to be able. I think her, like, eala's going to be a little bit more solid, and Yastremska is going to make. She's going to hit some winners, but she's also going to hit a lot of errors. I think these conditions don't favor players. Wind doesn't favor players that play with low margins, and I think Yastremska's game will be affected more by the wind. All right, here we go. By the way, I don't know, the umpire's out the chair. Like, I think the wind is blowing the towels. Yeah, the towel racks are blowing off this court. They're trying to fix them to the ground to try and sort things out, but yeah, it is a wild, windy day. The umpires are smacking the people in the front row with the towel box. Here we go. Eala's gonna serve. Swiatek match should be starting back up in about 20 minutes. Back in return from me, it's Yastremska back to eala. Forehand from eala. Yastremska. Never played before. First time meeting between these two. Scores.
30 love for eala, guys. Forty love. Alexandra Eala leading. 40 love. Very windy condition.
Serve. Backhand of Yastremska. Forehand winner from eala. No. She hit it out. 4-15.
Yeah, I think people are just predicting it. It's not confirmed. I don't know. Yet. And it's 40-15. So the back end of the Yastremska. Shoots out the return. Good luck. eala, first game. first game.
For me, it's unusual that I'm calm. I always have emotion in the bed or woodland. Yeah, I have sometimes that's true. Sometimes not crying.
Alexandra should be coming back in about
Last time when we
20
played
minutes.
1-0 for
each other,
eala.
I mean, I couldn't stop crying.
Swim to the serve. Yeah, the wind is blowing in different directions. It's pretty helpful. Terrible to have to be honest. Right, Yastremska. Serving back with the eala. Return goes out. Picking up. On a day like this, mental strength is just as important as technical ability, because playing in this wind is so frustrating. And you're going to hit errors, and it's going to be ugly, and it's going to piss you off. $15 for strength to that. So you've got to be like mentally tough, as well as, you know, strategically smart. Too. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to play my aggressive game, because that's not going to work to you. Again, why I picked eala. I think that Yastremska's game is not suited to the wind. 15:30, chance for eala to break straight away. 15:30.
Yes, it's live, guys.
Serves. Can't get the ball toss right. They're showing the trees, the wind is going crazy. Serves. Oh, second serve. Second serve. One coming back, by the way, in the back. 15 minutes. So in the back of the eala, return with 40 Yastremska. The eala forehand to the 40 Yastremska. It's the slice. Backhand Yastremska. Net. 15-40. Break points for eala. Break points for eala.
15-40. Eala is leading. 140 for eala, 0-15 for Yastremska in the first set.
The team goes out by eala.
This is live, guys. This is live. Yeah, bro. Yes, bro. It's in another side.
The slice of Yastremska, but that goes out. The wind is just going to take that and throw it away. All right. Break for eala. That's the start. I'm going to get my teeth.
Very decent slice, isn't it? And she looked like she was going to drop. It was a drop shot. Yastremska made a mark. Potential tree. Put in a position. Again. So great points for the 20-year-old.
Too low the eala. And she's back in wide. Good luck. Love. So love for Danny. Serves again. So we're back in Yastremska. Great return winner. Now she's going to do that, but I don't know if she's going to be able to do that consistently as Yastremska today with these conditions. But she will hit winners like that. That's like I said, if you're just joining us, you've never watched Yastremska before. It's very similar to Ostapenko at times, and that return winner was a Penko-esque return. But as we saw yesterday, Penko can win the first and 6 love, and then the second set goes the other way. So And with these conditions, it's going to be hard to play that consistently. So it's a good chance for eala. Now, it's left 30. Here's the goal. The chance for return goes wide this time. Could be good. With the eala sets again. Eala sets again. So going to the 40 center square, so there's one of eala. Eala hits it long. 15-40. Thanks for the break straight back. Serves into the 40 Sensko, it's over the 40 eala. It's just the 400 down the 40 eala. Walking sense on the stretch, eala back down in the net. There's the break back, 2-1. 2-1.
2-1, 2-1. The score is 2-1.
Back on set. Yeah.
Thanks again for covering Alex, rooting for Alex.
Right. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Alright. Back on set. Swiatek and Alexandra coming back on in about 10 minutes. Where are we watching from? Let me know in the chat where we're watching from. Sun's coming out in at Eastbourne though, right? In the UK, Canada, Texas, Slovakia,
Advertisement, guys.
Minnesota, Norway, Philippines, Doha, Michigan, Florida, North Carolina, Mosul Bay, okay. Cold and rainy Mosul Bay, I don't know what that is, but enough. We got Vegas in the house, Philippines, Australian Server Faults, like I said, Egypt, Washington State, Queensland, India, 2-1. Australian serves. The 40 eala, return this 40 Yastremska. Forehand, again the 40 Yastremska. To the back of the eala, Yastremska with a slice. The forehand again the 40 Yastremska. As the eala back around the stretch. Yastremska backhand goes long. Now, chap, let me give you a little bit of tennis lesson while we have a chance. So the wind is blowing, from what I can tell, it's a bit swirly, but it seems like the wind is going this way, right? So if you're playing here, you can't afford to just hit the ball as hard as possible, because if you hit the ball hard, the balls that might end up here actually end up here, right? Or windy down. The wind's going this way, right? So when you're playing down this way, it's actually nice because you can hit the ball hard and it's still probably going to go in. So at the moment, the eala is down this end and she is hitting into the wind. Because I'm noticing that the net is sort of like looking like the wind's going this way. So if you're down this end, and the wind is swirling, so it might go this way as well, but for now we'll just say it's going up and down. If you're here, you want to be able to, you just want to hit the ball hard. You don't want to go short though, right? You don't want to be like, safe. So you can see that, I'll tell you, the eala has hit the ball a lot harder down this end than she was when she was down this end. And Yastremska down here might have to be a little bit safer. Because if she tries to hit the ball hard, it's going to go long. So when you're down the bottom, of
Enjoy
the
watching,
screen,
guys.
especially if the wind is blowing this way, which it has been in the last couple of games.
This is a live match, guys. Live
It's a very
match.
sketchy situation. You've got to play it safe down here, but then when you're down here, that's when you want to be aggressive. And you want to try and hit the ball hard and try and hit the ball into the wall. Right? So that seems to be what's going on. 15-30 by the way. And we should keep an eye on like how many breaks of serve happen from the players down this end. Because it's probably going to be more breaks of serve from this player. Because this player has to, even with the serve, right? If you're serving down this end, I mean, the serves are going to go like just out if you're trying to serve here. And then when you're serving this end, you hit it harder and you go in because you're serving the
This is a live match, guys. Live. This is live.
15-40. And I think we've already had 3 breaks of serve down this end, right? Or 2 breaks of serve, right? The first game of the match, Yastremska was serving down here. And then eala just got broken down here. And now it's break point. So the 3 breaks of serve have come from this end. So far, well, the 2 breaks of serve. As a return now from eala, that goes short. And the corner of Yastremska, and she overhits it. And there's the break. So 3 of the 4 games have been breaks of serve down this end. Just keep that in mind.
3-1 for eala, guys.
That's the strat. You want to be down here. Also, Yastremska, by the way,
3-1. Alexandra eala leading.
And what happens is when they toss the coin, if you win the toss, you elect to serve or receive. But some of you might not know that the opponent gets to decide what end of the court they play on. So you might win the toss and say, I want to serve. But your opponent might say, well, I want to serve. I want you to serve from this end. I'm going to go down there. And Yastremska chose to start the match down here. So she knew that I want to start by hitting into the wind, right? And the other got, what did she say? Wait, did she pick bowling or something? She picked
that
bowling.
much to bring it in a bit, but it's not really the way she plays. So it is a 36 break.
Yeah, no, sorry, you picked this in. She picked this in.
Advantage to return.
So she could play 1 game down here and then 2 games down here.
Early
The
today,
problem was that she got broken in the first game down here. She broke back here. Is that right? Hang on. I can't think. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Anyway, she picked it in. Does that make sense with the window? Forget the last one. Forget the last one. I can't remember. There's so much going on. Like, she picked the last one in, so she was down the far end for 2 games, and then she was... No, I'm sorry, she was in the... Yeah, so she was down for 1.
Try the new Candy Gold 5X dark chocolate flavor and make a difference in just 4 weeks.
That's all you need to do, really, from the side that Yastremska's on. Is that I'm just right behind her and assisting extra power. So when eala gets the ball, really moving through the court.
similar game style and knows how to handle it. He breaks now for the 20-year-olds and serving for the set.
Serves again. Forehand Yastremska return with forehand of eala on the stretch. Yastremska forehand cross. Eala's there with the backhand. Yastremska slice in the net. 40 love. Eala to take the first set. Yeah, the wind has died down a little bit. Yeah, or at least it's not. It's not as. It doesn't seem. It could have swirled around because I said the wind is not going to be all the same direction. It's going to be going kind of crazy. Was blowing pretty heavy at the start in the direction that I was saying, but the wind's kind of gone across a little bit. Alright, set points as the eala serves a lep. Alexandra and Swiatek are back on the court. Warm ups, and then we get ready to keep the match going. 40 love, set point eala. By the way, Chad, remind me, did Gracheva and eala play? Didn't they just play? As Yastremska hits a backhand return win on 40-15. They played in the qualies recently, right? I'm pretty sure. We've watched Gracheva lately. I know we've watched Gracheva in the last couple of weeks. Did she play eala? Was it eala? Alright. Good serving eala. She gets the first set 6-1. It was? Let me triple check. I'm sure we've watched Gracheva like literally in the last week or so. 3 weeks. Did they play before? Yeah, Gracheva eala played Nottingham qualifiers. So yeah, so we're getting a rematch, which is awesome. If eala can continue this match, playing this way, so that's cool. And eala won, so if you're an eala fan, you gotta love that. First set, by the way, 2 winners, 6 errors from eala, so contained, and Yastremska 4 winners, 11 errors, but eala only got broken the one time with 1 break point. So eala, her service is definitely less of a problem than it was on the clay. I've spoken about that every match she's played on grass. Alright, here we go. Eala easily winning the first set. You play next gen more than once? Yeah, you can play next gen finals as long as you're under 21. Swiatek's match is literally about to start. They are back on court and they are warming up. Alright, first set goes to eala. That was so one-sided. Yastremska's gone to the bathroom. Just waiting for the players to come back and we can get back into the second set. I'd love to see eala versus join the final. I would love that too. If eala wins it all, I think she breaks top 50, right? I think you're right. I think you might be right. So currently Maya Joint has made top 50, which is great. And
recess, guys. Recess.
So
A
she
couple
can't
of
break top
minutes
50.
the
But she
game
could
will
be
resume.
50 in the 50s.
A couple of minutes
She
the
could be
game will
51
resume.
or 52, I
Just
think.
taking a recess.
But after Wimbledon, she could definitely break top 50. Because she has 0 points to defend at Wimbledon. Okay, here we go. Yastremska serving first and the second. 30 minutes that first set took. Return goes in for Yastremska. Eala forehand to the open court in the nets. 15 love. No worries. Thank you for watching from Austria. How you doing? As we return now into for Yastremska. Yastremska in the net. 15 all. 15 all. Yastremska goes in front of Eala, and Eala puts it down the line for an easy winner. 15-30. Super easy winner. 15-30. Serve again. 15-40. Chance for Eala to break. Also, Swiatek and Alexandra are about to start. Anyways, return goes into the forehand, back end of Yastremska, forehand from Eala at the back of Yastremska. Eala forehand again. Goes long, and it's 30-40. Swiatek serving a deuce, by the way. Terrible time to come back. Okay, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We have so much tennis coming up. Wimbledon, and it doesn't end there. After that, we've got US Open hard courts again. We're going back to America. 30-40. Yastremska serves a fault second serve. Forehand of Eala, return goes in the back of Yastremska. Eala back on the stretch. Yastremska forehand is a winner, and it's deuce. And Swiatek, she wins the first point after like an hour and a half of no play. She gets an advantage. Danny.
Looks like eala is excelling in grass courts. Yeah, Alex. Yeah.
Waiting for the 10. Danny. As Swiatek tries to level this second set. Wind is blowing again. She can't get the ball toss right. Wimbledon draw is tomorrow. Wimbledon draw is tomorrow. Alright, advantage Eala. Swiatek holds. It is 4-all in the second. Eala has been back into the line. The back end, Yastremska sliced into the forehand of Eala. Yastremska backhand goes wide. Eala breaks. 1 love in the second. She is cruising. All right. So Swiatek levels after a long delay. From Alexandra to the back of Swiatek, who hits it out. And it's 30 love. Swiatek hit 30 unforced errors in this match, by the way, which is more than in Alexandra, which is a little surprising. return goes in the back of the eala, whoever hits it. 15 love. Love 15. Love 15. Update the score. What are you talking about, update the score? What score? The scores are up. Oh, Shviontek's match is not updated. That's weird. That's out of my hands, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that. It'll update when it updates. I don't know why it's not updating, but it will. Eventually. Alright, love 30. Eala puts in the net. Love 30. There you go. Magic! Love 30. Love 30. Eala serves into the forehand of Yastremska. Return goes to the forehand of Eala. Yastremska back into the forehand of Eala. Sliced. Back in Yastremska. To the forehand of Eala. Again to the forehand of Yastremska. As Eala back out on the stretch. Goes to the forehand of Yastremska. The slice of Eala. As Yastremska back into the net. It's 15-30. Alexandra holds 5-4. 5-4. Shviontek serving to stay in the second set. Alright, Eala serves. And the return winner by Yastremska. 15-40. 15-40. Serve. Back into Yastremska. Return goes back into Eala. Yastremska back in the net. 30-40. Shviontek serving to stay in the second set. Alright, 30-40 break point number 2 for Yastremska. As the return goes in the net from Yastremska, and then we get to deuce. Okay. We get to deuce. The Eala serves again. As the return goes. No, it's a double fault by Eala. Okay. Advantage. Yastremska. Shviontek serving to stay in the set. 15 love. The return goes in the back of Shviontek. Alexandra back in on the stretch. Shviontek forehand cross court is a winner. Into the corner. 30 love. Great shot. Advantage Yastremska. They're back on serve. Advantage Yastremska. Serve. Can't get it right. This wind in Eastbourne is crazy. Goes for a forehand down to the backhand of Yastremska. She hits it out. We get to deuce. 30-15.
In the second set, advantage Yastremska. Eala 1.
30-15. Shviontek trying to stay in the set. 30-15. Alex drove a forehand to the forehand of Shviontek. Alex drove a forehand again. Goes long. 40-15. The wind is so strong. Yeah, it's picked up again. Cam, do you ever sleep? Yeah. Serve goes in the 40. Yastremska, she hits it in the net. Advantage eala for a 2-love lead in the second. Advantage eala. She serves in the 40. Yastremska return into the front of eala. Yastremska backhand on the stretch. The backhand of eala. Yastremska forehand cross. Eala gets with the backhand into the front of eala. Front of Yastremska is eala forehand to the backhand. Yastremska is eala on the stretch gets it. And a drop shot from Yastremska. Weird pick up by eala, and then the passing shot winner by Yastremska. I mean, she played that was like an angry drop shot. She hit it with anger and it worked. Like she hit it like she didn't care, and then she smacked the winner and she's like, whatever. I guess I win the point. Alright, deuce. Swiatek levels a 5-5 in the second,
Thank
by the
you,
way.
JB. Thanks, JB. Welcome, JB.
Driver serving to stay, to get back in front.
Feel free to Gcash, send Gcash, guys. If you want. If you like the
Yastremska goes
live,
down,
you can
advantage
support the
eala.
live by sending
Yastremska's gonna be
Gcash.
pissed off.
Or Super Chat. Super Chat or Gcash is okay. If you want to support the live, guys.
Does
Thanks
anyone
for
else
watching.
notice that eala always does shadow swings after points? Does anyone else notice that? It's definitely a habit or a routine. But she always just kind of goes after like every point. I'm going to keep an eye on it if it's every point. I don't know if it's every point, but she does it a lot. Which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's no problem with it.
Advantage eala.
But I wonder if she does it like after certain points or if she does it every point. As that goes to the net by Yastremska. And eala 2-love. Solid hold. But yeah, she does shadow swings after like a couple of... Maybe it's after she wins like a long rally or something. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Swiatek hits it in the net, by the way, and it's 30-love. Fernandez also does it? Okay. 40-love Alexandra. Yeah, she also punches her thigh as like a routine kind of thing too, yeah. Alright. Yastremska serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve back into eala. One from Yastremska in the net. Yeah, eala does it after every point. Again, she just does a shadow swing backhand, shadow swing forehand, and then kind of like taps her thigh and then gets ready for the next point. I mean, it is a definite thing. It's definitely a routine. We're out by Yastremska, love 30. Chance for the double break in the second. If eala wins this, she takes on Gricheva, who is the quali. She played a couple weeks ago, actually. Backhand goes into the forehand of Yastremska. She hits it out. Love 40. eala's just dealing with the conditions better. Much better. Also, Alexandra holds. She's up 6-5. She runs 6-7 to stay in the set again.
Thanks for the like, guys.
Alright, love 40.
Feel free to send Gcash or Super Chat if you like the live stream,
She puts it
guys.
away. She
Thank
saves 1. 15-40.
you. If you want to support the channel, you can send Gcash or Super Chat to support the channel, guys. Thanks.
By the way, chat, did anyone see the new Fantastic Four trailer? I know like a lot of people hate the fact that the Silver Surfer is a woman, but God, how creepy does she sound? Double break, 3-love eala. Yastremska making errors.
3-0 for eala.
Also, if you know anything about like comic book lore, and I'll give you a little insight. So the reason why the Silver Surfer is a lady is because in the books, the Silver Surfer, if you don't know, right, I'm gonna nerd you out a little bit, right? And I don't know it as well as some people, but I know a little bit. So Galactus, who's a big bad guy who likes to eat planets, He grabs to save his planet, the Silver Surfer, the first Silver Surfer, the original. He goes, I will help you get other planets if you spare my planet, because he has a wife and kids. So he's like, I will be your servant and I will help you get other planets. Leave my planet alone. And he says, all right, fine. So Galactus hires the Silver Surfer. He turns him into this galactic silver surfing monster guy, right? And he surfs around the universe finding planets for Galactus to see. But there is a time in the comics where his wife becomes the Silver Surfer, and that is who is in the new movie. So it's not what everybody thinks, where the Silver Surfer is a lady and you're like, oh my god, how does this keep happening? No, it's actually part of the lore of the comic books. So she is the wife of the original Silver Surfer. She takes up the mantle, and hopefully we find out that lore in the Fantastic Four. So it's not just like they've just changed it because they feel like changing it, right? There's a reason. It's actually part of the thing. But she is really, like, her voice is so creepy. I'm here. I watched that trailer and I'm like, I'm gonna have nightmares. Like this, her voice is so creepy, so creepy. All right, eala, 3 love. So there you go. I'm so excited to watch that movie. I think it's gonna be so cool. I love the aesthetic of it. I love how it's like that 90s. It's like that 60s future, like the Jetsons. It's kind of got that vibe. I love it. I love that. There's a. I think it's called Guggenheim. Is the architectural style, where it's kind of like the space age, where there was like a lot of rocket ships and a lot of like round buildings, and they were trying to make it like things looking like futuristic, like the Jetsons, right? It has that vibe. I love that aesthetic. It's so cool. So it's not a multiverse thing, but it could be a multiverse thing too, because in this universe, his wife nominates to save the planet instead of him. Instead of the Silver Surfer, the original Silver Surfer. So there could be a multiverse thing, but there also could be because apparently the Fantastic Four, we're not going to see them get their powers. It's going to be like later on. So there could be a time where the original Silver Surfer died and she takes up the mantle. But we might find that out. I don't know. Or maybe there's 2 Silver Surfers. I don't know. The husband and wife are just like, he's gone and doing something else. Anyways. I'm excited. Fantastic Four is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be super creepy. Galactus is a badass. And we haven't seen a Galactus in the comics. If you remember, the last movie they did Galactus, it was not very well received. So they're going to do a proper Galactus this time. And he's crazy. He's a big bad. Anyways, there's your comic book lore for the day. 15 all, eala's got the 3 love lead. As that goes the net by eala, and it's 15:30. Yastremska trying to get this one of the breaks back. Shviontek trying to get to a tie break, 30-15, and she hits a backhand into the slice of Alexandrova, and then Shviontek gets an easy winner, 40-15. 40-15. What about Superman? Sorry, I don't know much about DC. Marvel, I'm more over the Marvel. 15-40. 15-40. Shviontek gets to the tiebreak, by the way. Who's winning the tiebreak, chat? Let me know. Is Alexandrova going to make it to a third? 40 backhand from Yastremska's a winner. She gets 1 of the breaks back. 3-1. Eala's still got the break though. Do you collect comic books? I don't collect them. But I have been buying them up for a project that I'm working on. She feels like it's out. It's 1 love. In fact, a lot of Silver Surfer comics. I bought a lot of Silver Surfer comics, which is why I know a little bit about what's going on. I just love the covers of these. I think Silver Surfer comic books are just sick. These covers are just crazy. But I don't collect them. I bought them for a project. Plans to work on. Anyways, 1 love Alexandrova. So return goes out by Alexandra, and it's 1-all. Yastremska gets one of these breaks back. Bought a bunch of old comic books. Alright. 1-all, as Swiatek serves again. I'm a noob, so I thought they turned the Silver Surfer into a woman. Yeah. I think a lot of people thought that too, and I get it. I understand why, because that seems to happen in some other franchises. But no, this is actually legit. Backhand goes into the slice of Alexandrova into the forehand of Swiatek. Alexandrova forehand on the stretch. Swiatek with a drop shot. Alexandrova gets with the backhand, but it's in the net. It's 2-1 Swiatek. Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that they had just flipped it because they thought it's 2025, but no. Yeah, Galactus had a lot of heralds, exactly. And yeah. 2-1 Swiatek. In fact, one of these books, I was going through one of these books before, and it actually shows the Silver Surfer's wife before she turned into the Silver Surfer. Where is it? Her name is Charles. What is it called? What's her name? Charlotte Ball. Yeah. Anyways, 30-all. It's in one of these books. I saw it. I was like, holy shit. Punisher was a herald at one point as well. There you go. 30-all here. Yastremska trying to close the gap. So 3-2 Alexandrova in the tiebreak. As Yastremska gets it wide on the backhand. 30-40. 30-40. There are women heralds. Yeah. Isn't there a because in the TV show back in the 90s, the Silver Surfer, and then there was like a flame. Wasn't there was it Nova or someone? I can't remember her name. There was a lady in the TV show in the 90s. 30-40 in the cartoon. And that goes wide on the forehand by Yastremska, and eala gets a double break again. Wasn't there there was a fire lady? I can't remember her name. Frankie Ray was Nova, the Fire Herald. Okay, I'm right. I knew something. Because I remember I watched like all the X-Men 90s comic. First I watched Spider-Man, the 90s animated series, and then I watched X-Men, and then I started watching Silver Surfer. And then I deleted it, and then I stopped watching Disney Plus. So I've got to get back into that. I'm just going to find out the video. 3-all exchanges. The last Fantastic Four movie was meh. Yeah, I rewatched that like a couple weeks ago. It's bad. I'd never seen it before. It's not good. It's just you know, they're just trying to do too much. So the original ones, like the ones in the 2000s, are okay. They're pretty good. By the way, the bald kids holding the umbrellas are struggling. That is a workout. They're just like, duh! It's like Mary Poppins. 4-3 Swiatek. 4-3 Swiatek.
Break time, guys.
Alexandrova serves. Swiatek returns back into Alexandrova. Swiatek backhand. Back into Alexandrova. Into the forehand Swiatek. It's Alexandrova forehand again. The forehand Swiatek. Into the forehand Alexandrova on the stretch. Swiatek hits it in the net. 4-all. 4 games all. Are we talking about the new Fantastic Four? Yeah. The new trailer is super creepy. I'm more interested in the villains than the Four, to be honest. I'm more interested in Galactus and Silver Surfer than I am with what do you call it? With the actual Four. 4-all. It's been a backhand slice from Alexandra into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek then hits a forehand into the corner. 5-4 Swiatek. She's going to serve at this match. All right, Yastremska gets the 15-all. eala with the 4-1 double break in the second. She is cruising. Winner of this match, by the way, between Swiatek and Alexandrova is going to take on Paolini tomorrow. And the winner of eala Yastremska is going to take on Gracheva tomorrow. Her voice is creepy. I just watched the trailer. Yeah, right? She's got that like robotic, like, I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, forehand goes the forehand of Yastremska and then backhand in the net from eala, 15-30. Alright, Swiatek 2 points away from the win. Who's your most favorite Marvel character? I am a fan of Star-Lord. And I know that he almost like ruined everything, but Star-Lord. As the backhand goes into the backhand of Alexandrova, forehand to the back of Swiatek. Alexandrova backhand. Into the forehand Swiatek on the stretch. Alexandrova backhand in the net. Match point Swiatek, 6-5, 6-4. Alexandrova's rackets goes flying. 6-4 Swiatek to make the semi-finals. Will be interesting to see whether or not she plays. I think she will play because I think playing Paolini on grass is good preparation for Wimbledon, but also Wimbledon starts on Monday. And tomorrow is Friday, which leaves 2 days. Quick math. Holy shit! Great return from Yastremska. All right, 6-4. Swiatek serves. Fault. Second serve. Second serve, Swiatek. Serve in front of Alexandrova. Return goes for Swiatek. Alexandrova back on the stretch. And Swiatek forehand cross in the net. One saved. 6-5 Swiatek. All right, 30-40. Please don't put scores in the chat. That is super frustrating. 30-40. Forehand down the line from Yastremska. eala gets it back. Win picked up as eala gets it backhand into the 40 Yastremska. Again, the back of eala on the stretch. eala hits it wide, and there's the break back. Again, one of the breaks back. Yastremska's not injured. She has strapping on the back of her leg, but that's not why she's losing. Alright, 6-5. Swiatek returns into the backhand of Alexandrova. Swiatek backhand. Into the backhand of Alexandrova to the forehand of Swiatek. Alexandrova backhand again. Into the forehand of Swiatek on the stretch. Alexandrova forehand inside out. Great shot. Swiatek gets it back. It goes in. Now Alexandrova with the backhand into the back of Swiatek, but Swiatek wins a point because it goes out by Alexandrova. And Swiatek wins. That was a big win for a grass court. I mean, that's, like I said earlier, that's her second highest ranked victory on a grass court. True story. Swiatek beats Alexandrova, which is not an easy player on grass either. She is a dangerous player. As we got a lovely drop shot from... Oh wow, what the hell was that wind? What was that wind? The drop shot from eala was crazy, and then Yastremska hit a slice, and the wind just kind of took it in like a right angle. That was so weird. eala overran the shot, and the ball went like... what the hell? Alright, Swiatek Paolini tomorrow. Let's go. Swiatek versus Paolini. Great matchup tomorrow. Alright, eala with a shanked return, and then a slice goes wide by Yastremska. Alright, if you want to keep watching the Yastremska eala match, jump on over. Because it might be, well, it might finish shortly, but jump on over here if you want to come and continue to watch. But Swiatek wins. She is into the semi-finals of Bad on Berg for the second time in 3 years. And she will take on Paolini tomorrow. Very fun matchup. Make sure you join us for that. But eala, let's see if she can finish this match. All right. eala. Yastremska 15-0. chance for the break again for eala, and then to serve for the match. 15:30, so backhand of forehand of eala off the tape into the slice of Yastremska, puts it in the net. 15:40, and it's break points for eala. Go to 5-2. Serve for match. And to play against Gracheva tomorrow. So a big day tomorrow. Wimbledon draw comes out. A couple of big matches. 15:40. Serve for the forehand Yastremska returning. Eala. Forehand Yastremska goes to the forehand of eala. Back in Yastremska. Eala forehand of the stretch, but no. Eala couldn't get it. Great backhand winner. 30. 40. Serve. It's a fault. Wrong. Yastremska, second serve. Jesus, that was not even close. I mean, I don't know what that serve was. She shanked that big time. Also, she was about to smash her racket into the ground and then realized it was on grass, and that's going to be very hard to do. So maybe she'll take it out on the chair or something. But 5-2, Eala's going to serve the match. All right. Hey, what's going on, Deb? Good timing. Is the same Mallorca? This is Rafa's hometown. Yeah, it is. It's the same place. Okay, 5-2, Eala. She's going to serve for this match and make the semi-finals. It's pretty decent. And I thought today would have been I didn't think Yastremska would win, but I did think that Eala would have a tougher match. But the conditions are so favourable for Eala. She plays a very, and I said this at the start. When you're playing aggressive and you play like Yastremska or Ostapenko does, playing in the wind is so risky because all your aggressive play could go out the window because the ball, is flying around like crazy with the wind anyway. Whereas someone who plays a little bit more safe, as Eala does, or at least safer than her opponent, she's not going to make the errors because she's going to, play into the wind or with the wind, and she knows how to. She's not going to try and be aggressive when she's playing the wind. She's going to play smart. So, and that's why we got the score. That's where we are right now. That's how Eala's dominating in an hour because these conditions, she is playing these conditions perfectly. Also, these conditions rely on mental toughness. You have to be mentally tough to play in these conditions because it's so frustrating to play in the wind. You can't get frustrated. You can't get angry. You have to keep it cool. And again, Eala, she lost 6-love yesterday, and then as soon as she won the next game in the second set, she was totally fine. She was ready. So we know Eala mentally tough, crazy mentally tough. She doesn't get frustrated at all. I don't think we've seen her get pissed off at all. All right, so the winner of this match plays first tomorrow, which I think is during the Wimbledon draw, which is really, really a pain in the ass. All right, forehand goes the backhand of Yastremska, forehand out from Eala to the back of Yastremska. As Eala forehand goes into the net, and it's not deep. All right, so the Wimbledon draw comes out, and then we watch maybe Eala tomorrow. So it's one after the other. Still shit, but whatever. Alright, love 15. As we're going to find out of the 40 Yastremska on the stretch. Into the forehand of Eala, and Eala puts it away. 15. Still bad timing. I mean, if Eastbourne is smart, they'll start at midday. Let's push it back an hour and let everyone enjoy the draw. Yeah, Wimbledon draw comes out tomorrow. Well, Wimbledon should start their draw an hour early. They're never going to change. Alright, 30-15. Eala's 2 points away from victory. Yastremska hasn't won a single game on serve this match yet. Her serve is not very good at all. Again, please don't put scores in the chat. Alright, 15:30. Also, bad on Berg. I don't know when Swiatek and Paolini play, but I'm going to guess it's probably after that. Probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As we're back in now from Yastremska in the net, and it's 40-15 match points for eala for a dominating win. And what's that, 4 in a row? 5 in a row? She's won 5 matches in a row, right, this week? Qualifiers 2, and then 3 main draws. That's huge. 40-15 to take her place in the semi-finals. She serves out wide, a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As return goes in the 40 strength, but it's a double fault. Serve again from eala, second match point. 40-30. Serve. The forehand of Yastremska return is in. As eala gets it back, Yastremska with a drop shot. Eala's got it. As Yastremska volleys it wide, eala's into the semis. She just keeps going. She can't be stopped. Semi-final number 2 on the WTA. And her first on grass.
Alexandra won, guys. She will proceed to the
Gets through
semifinals
easily
tomorrow.
against Yastremska. I mean, that wasn't even... Yastremska wasn't even close. Maybe at the start of the first set, but that was a dominating performance. And eala will now take on Gracheva in a rematch of Nottingham a couple of weeks ago. Nottingham, I think it was a 3-setter, if I remember correctly. It was a 3-set match, I'm pretty sure. And was very... It could have gone either way, so that's going to be interesting. Gracheva got a walkover today, didn't have to play against Krejcikova, so that's fortunate. Maybe he gets a little extra rest, but this match was almost so one-sided that it didn't really feel like eala was going to get that tired. But GG's a great win. Guys. She keeps going. I mean, 5 wins in a row, huge. Alexandra, the great eala, nice. All right, Yastremska, she still had a really good couple of weeks. She made a final last week. She made a quarterfinal this week. She is going to be dangerous on grass. Nobody wants to see her in the draw next week. But yeah, great win for eala. She keeps rolling.
Alexandra Eala is on a 5-game win
Anonymous.
streak.
Thanks for working so hard.
She will
I used
be
to work
at the
12-day night shifts. You know, it's not a job for you, but passion.
No worries, thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate the 5 and the nice words. Barry, thank you for the $1.
Alexandrova has lost 13 out of last 15 tie breaks she played.
Oh wow, thank you, Prasanna, for the donation and the stats. Jesus, that sucks. By the way, if you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. We're only a couple of hundred away from 250, which is crazy. Cam predicted eala not win, nice. Yeah. Because I thought the conditions being windy. Sorry, not even the conditions. Well, I didn't know the conditions were going to be bad today. But I knew that the way eala played against Penko, Yastremska is just not as a similar style to Penko. And if eala can beat Penko, but the conditions helped. Like the conditions definitely threw Yastremska's game off even more, and eala played the conditions perfectly. Again, because mental toughness, that's the thing. She's so mentally tough, eala. We're gonna watch Pagula and Navarro. Are they playing today? What time are they? When are they playing? I don't really want to watch Bad on Berg because I think the weather's kind of shitty and I don't want to sit up all night watching rain. And I've got things I've got to prepare for Wimbledon tomorrow, or stuff tomorrow, so I'm gonna probably call it. But Are they? Have they started yet, or are they playing later? They're playing in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's been the weather's been so like bad on Berg. We already had like a massive delay, so I don't really want to watch. Again, like I said, it's more that I've got to prepare things for tomorrow because we've got a big day. So I don't want to. That match could go 3 hours. You know what I mean? Wait, isn't there another match after that though? What's the other? Oh, Andreva. Andreva Noskov is also being played. Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys.